I'm Annie Kiko and I'm back for part 2 for the Lucid Chart video. Earlier I shared with you a chart that I created over about 8 to 10 years ago. I've been working with in Click with clients in groups, and it's something that's a quick reference chart called the Lucid Chart, which invites you to keep aligning, stepping your vibration up, moving into your light body actually, where you are in greater flow, greater prosperity, and greater states. The analogy here is the higher up you are on this state, you are more expanded, you're doing your passion, your purpose, and you're also being that lighthouse for others. You're a way shower. So when we've got stuff in our own field or in our own vibration that is keeping us lower or keeping us very dense, it's hard to move forward in all the ways that we choose or wish. So having something like this is just a practical assistance, not a comparison between you and others, or to feel like you have a spiritual, that you have a spiritual up on somebody else. In fact, spirit is all equal. It's just a tool to invite you to recognize where you're at. So this part 2 of the video is about how to test where you're at. We've already gone through the state being what the different states are, and you can download that in the bio link, and also what the prosperity aspect is. We've already gone through what other emotions and experiences drag you down, the feeling of contraction, the feeling of pushing, making things happen, resistance, the feeling of reactivity and boredom. Whereas the thing that brings you, the states that bring you up the scale are things like expansion, power, vision, clarity. I always say clarity is king. So being clear and having the vision of where you want to go, having that feeling of pulling, something's that you, when you're in your light, you pull and draw other beings to you, other opportunities to you. So we've already done that in part 1. If you haven't seen it, go back and see part 1 before you do this part. The second part is the body testing, and it's assisting you to show you how to actually test where you're at. So basically, overall, I might tune in and check into where I'm at. I've been a kinesiologist for well over 25 years, right? And I've taken all of that into aligning, being like an alchemist and an alignment alchemist to people's purpose and their passion, right? So for me, it's like second nature, listening to the body and literally hearing what my 3D body is saying about other things. Yeah, so I use my body as a tool and a vehicle. And when you allow your body to hold the truth, and when you allow your body to be sort of like a pendulum or a truth serum, because the body holds all of the memories and holds all of the patterns inside. So it also holds all of the things that don't serve you, misaligned beliefs, misqualified ideas. So we want, when we want to move forward, we want to really get rid of all that misqualified stuff to come back to the divine remembrance of who we are. So when you want to check any areas, so let's just say overall, you want to check where you're at, you want to just ask your body to show you a yes and no response. And how you do that is just standing straight, and you might just go, body, show me a yes response. And you might find that it leans forward. And you might want to do a little disclaimer beforehand saying, I only allow divine truth. Only respond to divine truth. Okay, so body, show me a yes response, and it will either show you moving forward or it will show you moving back. There is no right or wrong. Body, show me a no response. For me, it's moving back, and I can feel my knees are locking out, my feet are hip width apart, and I come back to center. So if I want to say, my name is Annie Kiko, I lean forward. My name is Gertrude. I don't know where you got that, but my name is Gertrude, and it says no. Okay. You can even check the location that you're in. And for some of you starseeds, and for some of those of you who are really intergalactic and go to all sorts of other realms, dimensions, and places, sometimes it's good to just anchor what space you're testing from. So sometimes it's good to just anchor yourself in time and space where you are now, and before you go and test other things. But overall, a yes and a no response is suffice. So show me a yes response and show me a no response. Okay, back. I'm coming back to center. So now I want to go overall, what is my state, or what is my overall vibration? This is not an hour. Your vibration can shift like minute to minute, hour to hour. It's not logical to test that. It's just overall, where is my state today? And well, let's do a general. And you might say on the chart, 0 to 5, my body says no. So I'll go, okay, so am I 5 to 10? And my body says yes, 5 to 10. So overall right now, I've had a super inspired day. I've worked with great clients today. I've done some great creative things also. So today's been a great day for me and I feel very inspired. So let's check where I'm at. 5 to 7 and it's a no. Let's go 7 to 10 and it's a yes for me. 7, no, and I'm coming back to center. 8, my body says no. 9, I'm in a 9. I'm in a 9 out of 10 and that's great. I find that if we can keep getting to a place of where we are in deep appreciation, so this is deep appreciation, 9 out of 10, then you'll always start to see experiences as an appreciation. You're not seeing them as good or bad. It's just like, I appreciate even the thing that went wrong. I can find appreciation in it because on some level I co-created that experience in my reality. And what is it showing me? It doesn't have to all be a lesson. It's just giving you options and choices. For example, there's things in my life that I've experienced that I've gone, why have I created that? What is going on? Why did I even choose that when I feel like I'm suffering inside of it? And the answers that I got around that was because I'd never had that experience before. And I just wanted to experience and see what I would do inside of that journey or inside of that experience and how I would respond. So it's kind of like another experience in my toolkit, right? I'm going, now I know how to handle that, how to handle those kind of people, how to handle those situations. So, you know, it's never about good or bad. I love being in a place of deep appreciation because no matter what happens, you're always empowered in the situation going, I appreciate that very thing. And when we appreciate things, when we send divine appreciation to something, it opens the door to receiving. It opens the door for assistance from whether it's divine appreciation, divine love opens the door to resistance, to the ascended masters working with you, to you know, your divine I am presence like entering your body and the light codes coming in. So, you know, deep appreciation for me is awesome. Now, for those of you who went 0 out of 5, then just go. Maybe sometimes you feel like you're having a really crappy day. Everything's gone the wrong way. I've had that when I've had to deal with, you know, really admin things. And I'm like, I'm on the phone for hours. And I'm like, I feel powerless because I've been on the phone waiting for something or an answer or whatever it might be for hours, or I'm searching around on the internet for something. So, you know, sometimes you are in states where you feel powerless. So it doesn't matter where you are at, but I do find that this is a big one, shame and numbness. It often can be undealt with trauma in the body. It's or just dissociated. And when you're ready, it'll come up and out. And I find that if we can keep coming to a place of deep appreciation, who you are today, what those situations have actually contributed to you knowing and being where you're at now, can be really beneficial to release that. It's also very good to do any kind of work around de-storing, like destroying the memory, the cause, the core, the effect of system-wide across all dimensions, time and space. You might even everyone's got different ways of, you know, moving through challenges. And if you've got an experienced person that you go to, then definitely this is one thing that you can do is see what's there for you, test yourself. And if you want to shift it with somebody, then go ahead. And, you know, you're that much more in recognition and in ownership of what comes up for you, rather than waiting for somebody to tell you, or a practitioner. Like, you really know your stuff, you know, you really know what's coming up for you. And that's so powerful to have that knowledge and awareness, really. So, you know, where you are, you just test 0 to 5 or 5 to 10. And now we can do the same with the prosperity. Where are you at in relation to your prosperity? And again, you might say 0 to 5, right? Or you might say 5 to 10, right? Now, the higher your state, the more energy it's going to feed into your prosperity. And again, as I spoke to you in part 1, we don't need to talk about abundance. Like, abundance, I feel, is a very new age term. And we don't need more abundance. We've got abundance of, there's an abundance. Anywhere you look, there's lots of it, whatever it might be, yeah? And if you want specifically prosperity and have an intelligence, like a financial intelligence, a value intelligence. Now, no, value is one thing. And something that I've very much separated, completely divorced, is the idea that I will be paid for what I'm worth. Never will I be paid for what I'm worth. Like, you will never be paid for what you're worth, because you are worth your weight in gold and not whatever cash or banknotes getting passed around in this world right now. So what I really invite you to do is that we've been taught and we've definitely been sold the idea that time and money, and we've been sold this slavery idea, and it's not. I don't feel that it's my personal truth, and it's up to you what you feel is yours. I don't resonate with business, rules, regulations, all of those kinds of things out there, because okay, it serves a particular old system that I believe we're moving out of. So when you know that you are in your light body is the one that runs the show, is the authority in the room, then you will recognize that it is your divine right to have divine, let's call it prosperity. And you deserve on every level to have more than a sustainable, available resource to do who you are, what you love, and what you value. So when you keep writing that, and we do these things in programs or in some of the work that I do with clients, is that we myelinate, or we map that out in a way that it becomes a truism for them, that they recognize the truth in that, not just with light codes, but also with myelinating or validating and finding evidence for all of those things, so that it becomes locked into their neural networks that is who they are, what they do. And all of a sudden in their dreams, clients are creating, just amazing experiences that seem to be like, oh, this is amazing that this and this has happened. Well, it's because your energy field is going fetching for the very things that you want to create. So I think one of the best things, this the whole other series is really about recognizing that you will never be paid for what you're actually worth. It's got money and you don't live together in terms of worthiness. Sometimes we think that's the case, and sometimes we've got to clear any worthiness issues, definitely. But the sooner I believe that we disengage the idea that we're only paid what we're worth, then the sooner you're free from that kind of matrix, when you recognize that you are worth more than what anyone could ever pay you. All of a sudden you feel this freedom, and you're like, okay, right, now let's get into what I'm supposed to be doing, rather than getting caught up in what's it worth or what should I be doing, right? No, I just don't agree with it. So, you take from that what you choose. However, 100% is for you to feel prosperity, let go of the idea of abundance. If what I'm saying resonates with you, then just test yourself. I'm 0 to 5 or 5 to 10, okay? So whichever bracket you fall into, the 0 to 5, 5 to 10, then just go through the different levels, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, okay? And test that way. Now, the other thing that you can do, once you get your number, you can just ask, which of these feelings is going to elevate my state? And if I would let's just go for my prosperity one, right? I'm in 5 to 10, let's say, and I can go specific, I'll test it for you, 5, no, 6, no, 7. I'm in a space of 7 out of 10 around my prosperity. So what I'm wanting to do is, I'm excited about creating win-win-win situations, win for everyone involved. And that really inspires me, because I want everyone coming out of any experience with me with a win-win-win. Whether it was a free event, a paid event, a business, I don't even want to use the word business. I haven't replaced that word, so I'm open to suggestions. But again, busyness, that doesn't resonate with me anymore. I would imagine just my passion, purpose thing that I do, whatever. Let's find a word to replace business, okay? So whatever it is that I'm doing or exchanging, engaging in, it's creating win-win-win. I love that. And I'm also in this thriving and leverage, which means that it's just like, gosh, everyone comes in and walks away from whatever exchange feeling like they've contributed and they've walked away with like value. And I love that. So that's where I'm at. Now, what would I want to do? Which of these states would I use to pull it up? So I'm going to test now. Or what's going to take me... I'm going to first test if there's a state that is bringing me down. And again, I'm using the self-testing, yes and a no. So is it anything down here? No. I don't need to work on anything. My body just leaned back. Is it anything down here? No. So I don't actually need to work on any of the negative states, right, to release them or even recognize them. I don't need to. I don't really feel that they're right now in my life. So I feel fortunate about that. Let's see what's going to bring my state even higher around prosperity. Inspired? No. I'll just check this way. Anything on this side? And it says no. Okay, I'm leaning back. Anything on this side, and I'm leaning forward. So what's it going to be? Is it going to be pull? Yeah, so the feeling of pulling, of whatever I'm pulled to. What am I being pulled towards? Whatever I'm being pulled towards, which is an inspired thing, whatever I'm drawn to, that's going to actually impact others to feel like a pull towards whatever I'm doing, okay? Unified, no. Vision, no. Clarity, no. So something around pull. So I need to be super mindful and super in awareness of what pulls me forward right now. So I'm going to be looking for that over the next 24 hours. Now, what's going to bring my state up even more, because I was at 9 over here, I'm just going to check what's going to push me into even greater like genius flow. And look, I already know what I want to be doing, or what I want to engage in a little bit more. However, let me just see what state is going to bring that in, okay? Is it something from here? And I'm leaning forward on that, okay? Is it feeling inspired? See, I often muscle test with a finger or an arm, but I'm showing you something a lot more obvious, because your body just holds the information and it can be so clear. So let me check. Is it here? No. Here? Is it being fulfilled? Okay, fulfillment. That state of feeling fulfilled is really going to drive my deep appreciation up. So expansion, it's a few things. Power? No. It's actually fulfillment. That's what I'm leaning into. Expansion, I'm leaning into that. And inspiration. So I need a focus of whatever's going to feel like is going to pull me in, whatever's going to give me inspiration, fulfillment, and expansion. They're the three things. I wonder what it is for you. So please let me know in the chat or in the comments, what did you get? And if you'd like another one of these diving deeper into how to work with the Lucid Scale, then please either leave a comment or just go to the link and you can download your own chart, and you'll have some videos similar to what you saw, probably videos that were taken a little while ago, but it'll go through the different states and explain that a little bit more. Life is limitless, and so are you.
There's a fine line between love and fear. What you wanna say and what you wanna hear. I try to be honest, try to be straight. Seems it backfired, a cruel twist of fate.